Hi, my name is Jessica Crandall, and this is my special education challenge. So the issue I chose, I've chosen an issue that involves parents' legal right to accept or deny special education services for their child. Throughout the course, this topic has really resonated with me and has challenged the way I think of special education and the laws around it. We've learned in this course that it is the parent's legal right to accept or deny the school from performing any kind of evaluation for special education on any grounds, and most specifically, we kind of focused on parents denying it over any kind of cultural background, most specifically a Pacific Islander in one of our assignments. So who does this impact? In general, it's always the student who's the most impacted by whether or not they receive special education services. Teachers do their very best to make sure every student has equal opportunity to be successful, and whether or not a student is allowed to receive these services may greatly impact their education. As we learned in one of our assignments, in different cultures, such as, like I said, the Pacific Islanders, having a disability is almost looked down on and may result in the family refusing special education services. Where and when has this issue taken place? This is more of a general issue, so for where the issue happens all over the United States and can happen at any school and with any grade level and with any parent who chooses whether or not their child will be allowed to be provided evaluation services or special education services in general. And when in 1975 the Education for All Handicapped Children Act took effect, which is now called IDEA, not only did this create the special education program, but it also came with a set of parent rights. And why is this significant? Though we didn't spend a significant amount of time on this topic, the idea that parents could deny their child special education services to better improve their quality of education always kind of stood out to me. Under IDEA, or Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, parents have the right to not accept any kind of special education services without any reasoning. They don't have to explain why not. If parents decide not to allow services to be administered, that does not mean their quality education has to be low. I connected this with two different standards for Arizona. I connected to learner development, and even if a student is not able to receive these services, the teacher can modify instruction when necessary in the classroom and take into account the student's strengths and weaknesses that they observe. They're the ones who spend the most time with them, which means they're going to know the student and they're going to be able to help them. And I connected it to learning differences as well. If the student is not in special education because of cultural beliefs, it is important to respect that family's belief in not allowing it. And just to help the student as much as possible in the classroom, because they're probably not going to receive it at home. So how I advocate. During my field experience, I actually had the opportunity to assist a student who had been recommended for evaluation, but due to their cultural beliefs did not accept special services. Although it was difficult to accept the cultural belief because it's different than mine, both I and my field experience instructor helped the student in class when he needed assistance. I mostly was there during ELA, so he had a specific trouble in writing, so I was able to help him. This experience also taught me to respect others' opinions, even if it doesn't necessarily align to my own. As a future educator, I plan on making sure that all of my students have the opportunity to thrive in my classroom, even if it means taking time out of my day and schedule to do so during lunches. I've learned so many useful strategies as a future educator throughout this course. As an educator, I plan to make sure all of my students have the ability to succeed in my classroom, disability or not. And as an educator, I plan to make sure that any of my future students with a disability feel that their disability does not define them. Thanks so much for listening.